the god of sun and war. Rulaufarda has finally returned from the battlefield. People in the village are talking about him. A young boy asks his friend if it is true that the Crown Prince is retuning today. His friend replies, correcting him, telling him that he is the emperor now. He tells them that when Emperor Baroness died, he wondered what would happen. His friend tells him to only think of Lord Ashrad's return, and that he has also ended the 10-year-long war. Finally, he arrives. A young woman points everyone to his direction. We can see the warlord riding on a horse, his eye green. The streets comes out to hail him. His return was a long-expected one. In the middle of the crowd, there's this young woman just standing there, quietly watching everything. Everyone around her is cheering and celebrating him, like he's some kind of hero. She used to feel proud when people praised him like that. Back then, it actually made her smile. But now she just feels sick to her stomach. It's like she's seeing the real him for the first time, and it's not pretty. He walks right past her, like a king with his whole crew following behind him. She freezes for a second, heart pounding. Did he see her? Did he notice anything? She leans forward a little, eyes narrowing, trying to figure it out, but deep down she knows he didn't. She went out of her way to hide, wearing clothes that make her blend in, even dressing like a guy just to make sure she stays invisible. She did everything right. He keeps walking, doesn't even look in her direction. She lets out a breath she didn't even realize she was holding. Of course he didn't recognize her. Why would he? She was never important to him. Just something temporary. Something fun to play with and then throw away. That's how he saw her. She tightens her grip on her bag. That's it. That's her cue. Time to go. No more waiting, no more hoping, no more looking back. She turns away from the noise, from the cheers, from him. She's done with all of it. It's time for something new. Somewhere far away from this place, far away from him. She walks off into the distance, not as the girl he once knew, but as someone who's finally ready to start over. Later that night, she is seen in guest house. She drops some coins on the table and tells the receptionist that she needs a room for one night. The man directs her to the room at the end of the second floor. As she walks away, the man looks at her suspiciously. Getting to the room, she removes her cap, revealing her very long hair, and falls tiredly to the bed. She is so exhausted. She calls her name, saying it is finally over, that Ashrad has returned, but after the emperor's death, he will stay busy for a while. Because of the succession issue, he won't be able to rest properly for some time. She feels he might not even notice that she is gone. And even if he notices, he won't care. It was supposed to end this way. Suddenly, she hears a sound which makes her to jerk from her bed. She wonders what the sound is. She calms herself down, saying it might be the wind. She hears another sound and sits upright, looking at the door. She wonders if she is too paranoid. She remembers that she hasn't locked the door, so she goes to lock it. She wants to lock it just in case. As she gets there, she hears someone telling her that it is too late to lock it now. She is shocked. She turns quickly, only to see the male lead standing there. He is happy he found her. She asks him how he got in here. He asks her if she thought he wouldn't notice. He tells her that he knew exactly what she was thinking when he saw her in the crowd, holding her. He asks her where she wants to run to like that. He tells her that he knew she will be here, and he knows everything else too, that she acted exactly according to his plan, adding that it was very amusing. He continues, saying that it hurts him, that even on the battlefield he only thought about her. He asks her if she didn't think about him. He tells her that he missed her. Her name is Daphne, telling her that he loves her. He begins to get intimate with her. When did it all start? When did her life begin to get so chaotic? 12 years ago, little Daphne is full of energy, running all over the house with the biggest smile on her face. She bursts into the room, all excited, and rushes straight to her mom. In her tiny hands, she's holding a bunch of flowers she just picked, showing them off like their treasure. She's so proud, like she just discovered something magical. She tells her mom how pretty they are, waiting for that praise only moms know how to give. Her mom smiles, gentle and warm, and says, "Yeah, they're beautiful." But then she adds something that makes Daphne stop and listen. She says the flowers look a little sad. Because when you pick them, they don't live very long. They wilt quickly. The fun little sparkle in Daphne's eyes fades a bit. Her smile fades too. You can tell she's taking it seriously, way more seriously than a kid probably should. She looks up at her mom and asks with this worried voice, like her heart is already sinking, "Does that make me a bad person?" Her mom shakes her head, soft and calm, and says no, not at all. She explains that it's just how flowers are. They're delicate. They're not meant to last forever once they're picked. But then she looks Daphne in the eyes and says something that sticks. She tells her she's not like those flowers. She's strong. She'll never wilt, no matter what. Then her mom picks up this old necklace, like it's something special, something meaningful. She gently places it around Daphne's neck. The second it settles on her, something strange and beautiful happens. Daphne's eyes shift. They turn green, bright and vivid, like the color of fresh leaves in the spring. And in that moment, something changes in her, even if she doesn't fully understand it yet. Something small but powerful, like a seed planted deep inside her, just waiting for the right time to grow. Her mother looks at it and admires it. Daphne asks her why she is making her eyes green when it is obvious that she likes her blue eyes. Her mother tells her that it is because she is a very weak person, telling her that she will understand one day. A voice from outside calls on to her mother, telling her that His Majesty has arrived. She replies that she is coming. She holds Daphne's hand, asking her if she is ready, telling her that her father has come, asking her if she remembers what to do. Our girl replies that she knows, that she will behave well, and also she will never take off the necklace. They go outside to meet the man. He is happy to see her as he calls her name, delighted. She is also excited and is about to run and hug him. Then she remembers the curtsy that her mother taught her before. She stops and bows to him, telling him long time no see. Her father smiles and asks her why she is being so formal. He tells her to relax. Her mother comments that she is a very smart girl, that she is only 9 years old, and she has already read all the history books. The father is surprised. Her mother continues, telling him that all the teachers praises her, that they say they have never seen such a smart kid. Her father is impressed that she is a good girl. Our girl sits silently. Everyone is lying. She likes history, but she doesn't understand everything. Teachers praise her, but they actually hate her and her mother. They always refer to her as a child of a concubine. Concubine and concubine child? Everyone says that behind their backs, she wonders what it means. She knows it will be interesting, but she feels it is better not to know. She wonders why her eyes have a different color from her father's own. Her mother tells her father that Daphne will definitely be more useful than that woman's son. She tells him that she doesn't want to burden him, but she wants him to give Daphne a gift for her next birthday. He asks her to tell him what is in her mind. She tells him that she wants him to take our girl to the palace. A few days later, we see our girl with her mom again, all dressed up. There's this calm but slightly serious vibe in the air. Her mom looks at her with so much love in her eyes and tells her how beautiful she looks. She says the people at the palace are going to like her a lot, like really like her. She even straightens a bit of her dress, trying to make everything perfect. But our girl just stares down for a second and quietly says she doesn't want to go. She's scared. You can hear it in her voice. She's nervous, unsure, maybe even feeling a little too small for what's coming. And her mom? She doesn't take that too well. Not in a harsh way, just a little disappointed. She leans in and asks her what she means. She reminds her that she's strong. She's not like the others. She's smart, she's brave, and this is her chance to show the people at the palace just how amazing she really is. Our girl nods, taking a deep breath, and says she understands now. You can tell she's still unsure, but she's trying. She wants to be brave, even if it's scary. Her mom's face softens immediately. She smiles so warmly and pulls her in for a big hug. She calls her a good girl and tells her to go have a good time. But right before she lets go, she says something super important. She tells her not to take off her necklace, no matter what. Like seriously, under no circumstances. There's something about that necklace. The way her mom says it makes it clear. It's not just jewelry. It's a promise, a shield, maybe even a piece of who she is. And now, as she gets ready to head off to a place full of strangers, rules, and who knows what, She's got her mom's words and that necklace to hold on to. After a long trip, they get to the palace. She is with a guard. Our girl is amazed by the great building. The man looks at her in disdain and wonders why he has to babysit her when His Majesty asked him to bring her to the palace. He knows that she isn't even his real daughter. That is just a nuisance, threatening the position of the poor crown prince. He stops outside and asks her to go alone from here, telling her that His Majesty is in the largest building. She asks about him, and he replies that he doesn't have time, that she should even be grateful that he brought her this far. She's shocked by his attitude. She tells him that she is scared. Then she remembers that she cannot cry here. She had promised her mother. She has to show that she is a good girl. She finally fakes a smile and agrees to go alone. Even though she said that, everything here is so big that she got lost. For a moment, she was distracted by a squirrel, but it was so cute, and before she knew it, she was so far from the castle. She falls to the ground to rest. She wonders what to do. Her legs hurt also. A voice wakes her up from her thoughts. She looks up to see a young boy with green eyes too. He asks her who she is, too surprised to talk, so he offers her a hand to help her stand. He lifts her up and tells her that his name is Ashrad, and he'll be 11 years old soon. She tells him that she's 9 years old. She observes him. Even though the age difference is small, he looks more matured. She wishes she has an elder brother like him, but she's glad that at least they became friends. He leads her to the largest building, where she was looking for. He asks her if she can find her way from there, and she says yes. As she is about to go, he holds her shoulder, which makes her wince in pains. He quickly apologizes and lets her go. He walks away, leaving her outside, telling her that he'd see her soon. He calls her name. Later that night, our girl is in her house, eating. She thinks about Ashrad. She feels he's a strange but kind person. She hopes they meet again. Then it strikes her. She remembers him calling her name. She didn't tell him that. Her mother comes to her and asks her if the food is delicious, urging her to tell her again what she talked about with her father in the palace. She reminds her mother that she has told her that several times. Her mother replies that she wants to hear it over and over again because she will soon. She stops talking and begins to cough our blood, shaking visibly. Our girl is afraid. She asks her if she is okay. Her mother continues to cough. The next day, her mother is seen on the bed, visibly weak. Daphne cries, telling her to hold on and not give up the ghost. Her father, who is standing beside her, tries to console her. Lady Beatrice calls His Majesty, pointing to her daughter. His Majesty tells her not to worry, that they'd take care of her in the palace. She thanks God and gives up the ghost. Daphne cries, calling on her, begging her not to leave her. Her father tells her that everything will be all right, that she will always be with her. He tells the maids to prepare everything in order to take Daphne to the palace. Daphne still continues to cry. The maids come to her and tells her to wipe her tears and get dressed so that they'll leave to the palace. The other maid corrects her colleague, saying that Daphne should be addressed as princess now, not miss. One of them sees the necklace on her and tells her that it doesn't match today's outfit. Our girl immediately remembers what her mother said and tells the maid not to remove it. Before she can stop the maid, the necklace was removed from her and get eyes changed back to blue. At that moment, His Majesty walks in asking if she is ready, saying that he doesn't want to rush her, but he has a lot to do, that he needs to return quickly. He notices that her eye color has changed and he raises alarm. He quickly walks to her and holds her, telling her to explain what is happening here. Our girl tries to talk, but she can't. She stutters as she tries to explain. He is agitated. He wonders if Beatrice has been deceiving him. He turns to the maids and asks if they are with her too. They quickly deny, saying they don't know anything. He doesn't believe them. He accuses them of deceiving him, and he decides to kill all of them, including Daphne. Then he changes his mind, saying he'd have to grant Beatrice's last request, that he once loved her at least. There's a lot of tears on Daphne's face. He tells her to follow him to the palace. In the palace, Daphne is turned into a maid. The chief maid assigns a huge place for her to clean alone. She is surprised. The woman tells her that no one will help her, that she is just a cuckoo. Our girl begins to clean. Hours passed and she is tired. She looks up to see a portrait, and she exclaims that it's beautiful. She remembers when she used to paint and show her mother, asking if she did well. Her mother had told her to stop drawing and focus on dancing instead. She tells her mother that she wants to draw. Her replies that she doesn't need that person's heritage. Now she wonders if that person her mother was talking about is her real father. A lot of thoughts run through her head. She wonders if her real father was an artist. Why did her mother break up with her real father and deceive His Majesty? If she were born into a normal family? Someone walks close, asking her questions, breaking her line of thoughts. It's Ashrad. He's with a guard. He asks her if she's cleaning the huge corridor all by herself. He asks if someone hurt her. She didn't reply, and the guard orders her to answer the Crown Prince question immediately. Our girl is surprised to hear that he's the Crown Prince. The male lead tells the guard that everything is fine. He walks close to her and asks her for her name. She's surprised to hear that. She wonders if he has forgotten her so soon. She tells him the name, and he comments that he might have heard it somewhere, but he can't remember. This confirms her thoughts. He doesn't remember her. He tells her that no matter who she is, it isn't right to bully her, that she's still so young. He offers to find her another job. Offering his hand, he tells her to follow him. In his chambers, he asks her why she is being bullied. Wondering what the reason is, she replies, telling him that the reason is because her mother told a big lie. She feels if he is the Crown Prince, then he'll surely be angry, just like His Majesty. But she is surprised by the reaction that came out from him. He tells her that it's unfair, that he doesn't know what her mother lied about, but blaming a child for her parents' crime is bad. He tells her that from now on he'd call her here every day, that if people hear of his concern for her, no one will bully her again. She looks at him. Touched by his kindness, she wonders if he is a god. He is so nice. He comments that she might not have been able to eat well recently. He tells her to eat and rest there a little. He takes a piece of snack and offers it to her. She tastes it. It's so nice. Suddenly, His Majesty walks in, seeing her first. He asks her what she's doing there. She's scared. Then he walks further in and sees Ashrad with her. His Majesty comments that it's a masterpiece. Ashrad turns to him and smiles, calling him. Our girl is surprised. She wonders why he is smiling when his father is scolding him. He isn't scared of His Majesty. She wonders if she can be happy if she stays with him. Our girl continues staying in the palace, doing house chores. 7 years later, one day she goes to the garden to feed her birds who have become her close friends. She gets to the spot, but she can't find any of them, not even a feather. Usually, they will come around once they hear her footsteps. Looking up the tree, she wonders if their nest has been removed. Then she looks around and is surprised at what she sees, the dead bird on the floor. She is sad, wondering who could have done such a thing. Meanwhile, a young boy can see her from the other side of the garden. He notices that she is crying and wonders why. His friend tells him that something must have been done to her to trigger the cry. The boy decides to go take a look. His friend tries to stop him, asking if hasn't heard the rumors about her. The boy still runs off. His friend decides to leave so that he won't get caught up with it. He runs to her and sees her in tears, holding the bird. He comments that the bird is dead, wondering who would do such a terrible thing. He suggests that they dig a grave to bury it. Our girl is still in tears. She complains that everything she ever liked always disappears, that those who were nice to her will disappear like a smoke in the wind, even these animals. She comments that she might be cursed, that that's why no one wants to associate with her. He tells her that what she said it's not true, that the truth is the rumor about her is. The sound of a drum cuts him short. They both wonder why the drum will be sounding now. A maid spread the news that the Empress has passed away. Immediately, our girl feels sympathy for Ashrad. The male lead can be seen in his room. He looks sad. Our girl walks in slowly, calling his name. He looks at her direction and tells her that she has reminded him he forgot to send for her today. He apologizes, saying that he has been busy all day. She kneels before him, telling him that there's no need to apologize, that she just wants to be his strength, that she is here and she will always be by his side. He is surprised by her words. He tells her that she's right, that he still has her. He tells her not to forget her words, that she will always be by his side, that she will always obey him, that she is his for the rest of her life. She agrees, and he brings her closer to him. Daphne can see the entrance of the palace from where she is. More mourners are still trooping. She wonders if Ashrad is okay. The death of the Empress must be hard on him. He also has to deal with so many guests. Two maids walk to her, and one of them comments that she looks so comfortable that she wishes she could also rest like you. Her friend tells her to stop. Immediately, our girl bends down to pick her broom, applauding and informing them that she'll go to her cleaning area immediately. Amanda, the maid, still asks her if she knows what happened to Neil. The name rings in our girl's ear. Sarah, her friend, calls her, urging her to stop. Amanda refuses to listen, saying that our girl is the only one who gets to live in ignorance bliss. Sarah tells Amanda that everything is already over, so there's no need to raise the dust. Amanda walks away angrily. Sarah turns to our girl and tells her not to mind Amanda, smiling mischievously. Daphne notices the smile and wonders why she is smiling. She feels Amanda is hiding something. She asks her if something happened to Neil, that she hasn't seen him recently. She asks if he went somewhere far. Sarah smiles and replies that nothing happened. She tells her that His Majesty is almost there, that she heard he was going to take a walk in the garden, so before he comes she feels it will be better if our girl goes to her usual cleaning area, that she can leave the place for her. The scene shows some men walking with masks. Two maids cleaning sees them going in. They're the priests of Kaleth. They are probably here to supervise the funeral. One of them comments that just looking at them makes her tremble, only to think that they are priests who serve the god of death is enough to send shivers down her spine. The other reply that they seem to be quite difficult, that she heard they don't fear anything except death. They continue, saying that they are rumors, that they can sense disasters or evil spirit. One of the maids mistakenly kicks the bucket that our girl was using to mop. The water spills and apologizes immediately. The other maid asks her what she is doing here, saying that she is blocking the way. The maid whispers to the other one that she has an idea. They talk in hushed tones for a while before she turns to our girl and tells her that she is supposed to be cleaning the noble guest room on the floor above, not here. She asks her if she knows the room being used by the prince. If the Findus kingdom, our girl is skeptical about cleaning the guest room when the person is still around. The maid shouts her, telling her to go and do it, saying that they changed the guest schedule. She comments that she is still too young to speak back to her. Our girl quietly leaves to the room. She's cleaning the place, deep in thoughts. She's so tired already. She wants to be done and rest soon. Suddenly, the door opens and the prince walks in with his guard. He is surprised to see her. He tells her that he already gave an instruction that he wanted to rest in his room after dinner. Our girl immediately apologizes. The guard removes his sword, asking her why she will be a nuisance to the prince. He wants to attack her, but the prince stops him, saying that it seems like the empire has provided some decent hospitality, that that's what they meant by sending a beautiful girl like her. He goes closer to her and begins to touch her. She is afraid. She doesn't want to be used. She prays in her heart for someone to save her. Suddenly the door opens and Ashrad walks in. He asks the prince if something has made him offended. Our girl is happy that he's here. She feels he will help her. Prince Findus turns to the male lead and tells him that our girl didn't finish the cleaning, that it is rude to a distinguished guest who came to attend a national funeral. He continues, telling the male lead that if our girl would compensate him personally, he would pretend that she didn't offend him. He asks the male lead if that will be all right. Our girl is silently waiting. She feels the male lead will save her, because she only belongs to him. But to her dismay, Ashrad gives the prince the go-ahead to continue, saying that if one commits a crime, it is only natural that the person must receive punishment. He tells the prince to enjoy to his heart's content. Daphne is so shocked to hear that. The prince asks her if she thought that the male lead will save her, saying that she is not sound to think that way, that a crown prince won't save a mere maid. He adds that the male lead is in desperate need of the Findus kingdom after all. A lot of thoughts run through our girl's mind. She wonders if she was abandoned. Did the time they spent together meant nothing? Suddenly there's a knock on the door. The people outside announces that they are priests of Caliph, that they sense evil energy, so they should open the door. The prince is angry, wondering why the priests have to come now. His guard opens the door a little and tells them that he is in the middle of an important duty, so they should come back next time. The priests are still insistent, saying that they can smell unclean energy from the room. They point towards the prince, saying that he is being obscene during the sacred period of the Empress. They continue, saying that the judgment of Caliph will fall on those who are filthy. Immediately, the prince tells them that he was just warning our girl. He turns to her and tells her to leave immediately. She runs out of the room. As she walks through the corridor, she can hear people gossiping about her, saying that she's the reason the Prince of Findus wants to do something obscene. She didn't do anything, but she wonders if she can really say she is innocent. Sarah and Amanda can be seen in the garden, cutting some white flowers. Amanda complains about what they were assigned to do, even though had a bad relationship with the Empress. To think he wants to fill the Empress palace with white roses is not good. Sarah warns her to reduce her voice, that someone might hear her. She tells her that it is because he is being considerate of the Empress motherland, the Teresa Kingdom. He needs to pretend at least to be sad. Amanda agrees with her, but still complains that he didn't need to go that far. Suddenly, they see His Majesty coming towards them. She turns to Daphne and tells her that it will be a pain if His Majesty sees her. She tells her to hurry up and leave the place. Our girl agrees and begins to walk away. She feels Amanda is odd, though she is quite aggressive. She is making sure our girl doesn't make contact with His Majesty. Even though other people never cared about what would happen to her, the incident with the Prince of Findus Kingdom as well. Amanda and Sarah are the only ones who don't bully her. A voice breaks her thoughts. It is Ashrad's. He tells her that the flowers suit her. She looks up to him. He tells her that she hasn't been coming when he sends for her recently, asking if something happened. She looks at him, thinking, he has a kind smile, but yet he abandoned her like that. Just what is he thinking about? The only thing she can be sure of is that she is the only one who wanted to stay together. She feels she is completely meaningless to him. She can't believe how painful this feels. She walks past him without saying a word. His guard immediately shouts at her for ignoring the Crown Prince. The male lead tells him to leave her alone, that it looks like she is dissatisfied with something. Later that day, at the playground, the chief maid gives orders for the maids to clean the whole place properly. That today's jousting event is particularly important since the Crown Prince will be participating too. Our girl is there too, cleaning her spot. Someone announces that the Emperor is watching. She is scared. She turns immediately to see him there. The head maid asks him what he is doing here. He replies that he is here to see how the match preparations have progressed. He sees Daphne and recognizes her. He asks if she is Beatrice's daughter, saying that he also heard about her incident with the Prince of Findus. She immediately apologizes for that. He comments that it is like she make eyes at men like her mother, saying that she is filthy. She is not happy to hear that. She wonders why he would describe the person he once loved like that. He sees tears dropping from her eyes. He asks her if she is crying, adding that Beatrice was also the type of woman to cry at any inconvenience. He asks her how old she is, and she tells him 17. He comments that she is a grown woman now. He tells her that after this, he is releasing her from all her duties in the royal palace. She is surprised to hear that. He screams at her to return to her room immediately. She walks quietly to her room. The Emperor's guard asks him why he made that decision. He replies that it seems like she resembles her mother more and more, that Beatrice was a woman worth teasing. Our girl is seen in her room. After that encounter, she was really released from all her duties. It wasn't easy to work while being bullied, but doing nothing like this isn't okay either. She wants to be needed by someone. She hears a voice of a maid outside. She is telling another maid about the latest news. The prince was injured during the joust. that his opponent lance grazed through his shoulder, that it looked painful. Our girl couldn't hold it anymore. She opens the door and asks the maids if what they said is true, that it must be a horrible injury. One of the maid asks her what gave her the right to talk to them so casually, saying that if she is so interested, then she should go and see by herself, adding that eavesdropping is unpleasant. They walk away from her, wondering why she isn't even working. Our girl stands there in the corridor, deep in thoughts. Is the male lead okay? She is worried, but ever since that day she snubbed him. He has called her for her. She feels he must have thought she is being insolent. She tries to defend her action, saying that it was the prince that betrayed her first. She trusted him to save her. Instead, he abandoned her. She wonders why she is still worried about him after what he did to her. A voice wakes her up from her thoughts. It's the male lead's guard. He tells her to follow him, that the prince sent for her. In the prince room, the guard announces their presence. The male lead tells him to leave, commending his work. Our girl stands there silent. She wonders why he is calling for her at a time like this. He tells her that she is glad to see her. He is bare-bodied, and he tells her to come closer. She raises concern about him being without his clothes. He tells her that he was in the middle of changing his bandages, that since she is here, she can change it for him. He hands her the roll of bandages, and she gets to work immediately, removing the old one. She wonders if this is the reason he called for her, that he could have asked for anyone for something like this. She notices him laughing, and she wonders why. It is almost as if what she did that day never happened. She finally opens it. She is surprised by what greet her eyes. The wound is deeper than she expected. He holds her hand, calling her name. He tells her that he was distraught about calling her or not, saying that it felt as if she was avoiding him. He asks her if that was his imagination. She is about to reply, but he cuts her short, asking her if she was angry that he abandoned her that day. That is why she decided to ignore him. He continues, telling her that he had no other choice, that the Findus kingdom supports their demon beast subjugation in the southeast, that he couldn't hit him and destroy the diplomatic relationship with his kingdom. He asks if he should have cried and begged the prince not to do it, that our girl is his weakness. She is surprised to hear him referring to her as his weakness. He continues, telling her to think about it, asking if she thinks it was a coincidence that the priests of Caliph rushed in that same time. Looking at her, he asks her if she is still angry with him, asking if she doesn't want to ever see him again. She tells him that she will want to see him, saying that she didn't know that he actually saved her and ended up hurting herself. She feels she is an idiot. She didn't think about Prince Ashrad's position. Of course, someone as noble as him will never defend someone like her so openly. He tells her that he wouldn't just allow anyone to stay by his side, that he may get angry or annoyed, but she is different. He asks her if she wants to know what that means. Tears begins to drop from her eyes. She wonders what she has done. She begs him to pardon her, that she has always been thinking of him too, that if she had known that his wound was this deep, she would have just come running instead of being so stubborn. He tells her that he wasn't perfectly equipped, adding that the emperor had ordered that he should show his face. She reminds him that jousting is a dangerous competition. He is silent for a while. He suggests that she should go back to her room soon. She replies that she hasn't changed his bandage yet. He asks her if she knows the real reason he called for her. She asks him if she is really his weakness. He doesn't give her a direct reply. She tells him that she is worthless, so there is no way she can become his weakness. He tells her to leave. She stands up immediately, wondering if she has said something wrong. As she leaves, he laughs within herself. He thinks she knows herself well. He comments that she is interesting. He feels she is right, that she could never be his weakness. He wonders what to do with her. He wants her to live as his dog. Our girl walks down the corridor. Her mind reflects on what the male lead said earlier. He told her that she was different from others. She feels like she can endure her life here no matter how hard it gets, as long as she can be by his side. Madame Olga stops her in her track and asks her if she is just coming from the Crown Prince's room. She says yes. The two maids beside her begins to whisper to her ears. The woman tells her to be quiet and follow her. Our girl is confused. She wonders why Madame Olga, the maid directly under Prince Ashrad's command, need her. She is taken to a room, pushed away. Madame Olga orders the maids to strip her. The maids go into action immediately. The woman checks her body and tells them to leave her. She announces that she doesn't see any traces, that the Crown Prince would never lay his hand on a woman like her. She orders our girl to get dressed. One of the maid tells her that she is very lucky, that if there were marks, she wouldn't have gotten off so easily. Our girl tells Madame Olga that she would have just asked her normally, that there was no need for her to strip her. The woman slaps her, cutting short her words. She tells her that a woman making eyes at the Crown Prince would not answer honestly when asked. She continues, saying that she is Beatrice's daughter, so she wouldn't believe her. She turns and tells the maids that came with her that they should go, saying that the guests from the other kingdoms will arrive soon as princess consort candidates. She tells our girl to know her place. Our girl stays back in the room, sad. Tears is flowing freely down her cheeks. She knows that no matter how Prince Ashrad dotes on her, she is not qualified to remain by his side. She wonders what steps she is supposed to take now. Outside, 2 guards are on watch. One of them complains of being too tired to work. The other tells him that they should just do their rounds quickly and go back to the house. Suddenly, he sees our girl running towards the woods. He wonders if she is crying. Suddenly, he recognizes her. He immediately shouts at her to stop. He walks closer and asks her if she is all right, asking if he can help her with anything. She says, and continuing running away. He wonders if something bad might have happened to her. His colleague warns him not to talk to that girl, that she is Beatrice's daughter. He continues, saying Beatrice tricked His Majesty into thinking that the child she had with another man was his daughter, a lying woman. The guard asks him about the girl. His colleague tells him that she didn't commit any crime herself, but both His Majesty and the Crown Prince despise her. That is why it is best not to go near her, that it will be bad if his father, Count Rocania, suffered the repercussions. The guard agrees with his colleague but comments that he will have to be careful. He adds that she is pretty. Later that day, a carriage arrives the palace. It is one of those noble women. Ashrad comes outside to welcome her. Her name is Callista. He thanks her for coming from far away. She gets down and is surprised to see him. She asks if he is there to pick her up, and he says yes, that his job is to escort her, that the emperor is inside. He offers his hand, saying that they should start going now. Callista is surprised and shocked to think that such a handsome man is escorting her. She feels it is all thanks to her half-sister whom she has never seen. Ashrad takes her hand and leads her inside. Our girl can see both of them walking. She wonders if the person is a crown princess candidate. Our girl is seen in Sarah's room. She asks her who Lady Callista is. She replies that she is the little sister of another mother of the late Empress Sabrina. She continues, asking her if she knows that the late Empress is from the Terissa kingdom. King Terissa lost the Empress mother, the previous queen, and Lady Callista's mother was welcomed as the new queen. Apparently, the current queen is quite the beauty. The king is so fond of her that he adopted Lady Callista as his daughter. Our girl asks her if Lady Callista is Prince Ashrad's aunt, that she was thinking that she was a crown princess candidate. Sarah asks her if she likes the crown prince. She immediately refutes, saying she doesn't like him, that it is impossible for someone like her to like him. Sarah tells her that her prediction is not far off, that even though they are aunt and nephew, they are not really related by blood, adding that it is around time for the male lead to get a fiancé anyway, that people in the imperial palace say they are well suited to one another. Sarah notices the change in Daphne's countenance. She asks if she is okay. Our girl is silent. She is not happy with herself. Sarah figured everything out. Now she looks like an idiot who doesn't know her place. The next day, our girl goes to the male lead's palace. She tries peeping inside from one window. A voice stops her in her track, asking her what she is doing here. Immediately she turns, afraid of who it is. It is a guard, the one from that night. He tells her that this is the Crown Prince's palace, asking if she has business with the male lead. He recognizes her. He asks her if she recognized him, that they have met before. He tells her that her name is Fabian, saying that she is younger than him. She is surprised to hear that question. She wonders if this person not know who she is. She tells him that she is the cuckoo's chick. He laughs out loud, asking her if that is her name, saying that it is so funny. She tells him that that isn't her real name. He tells her that he knows, that she means that she is Vixen's daughter, so he shouldn't get too close. He comments that even with that, everyone is so mean that she didn't commit any crime. She looks at him. She is surprised that he just told her that he didn't commit any crime. He wonders if he laughed too much. This is the first time someone other than the male lead has said something like that. He comes close, touching her. He tells her that he has never seen such a beautiful cuckoo before. Someone interrupts them. It's a guard. He asks her what she is doing at the Crown Prince's quarters. He tells her that His Majesty is calling her. She immediately begins to leave. Fabian waves her goodbye and she runs away with the older guard telling her to hurry. As she leaves, Fabian stretches. It is time to do another round. He strolls to his workplace. The male lead can be seen listening to their conversation from behind the wall. Our girl is seen in His Majesty's palace. She stands afar off and he tells her to come closer. She climbs the staircase to go closer. As she gets closer, the emperor asks his guard if he perceives any smell. The man replies that it smells like mold. The emperor asks him what kind of life she is living to exude that kind of smell. He comments that only her appearance resembles her mother. Our girl is silent. She knows, of course, that reason he called her is to juxtapose her mother's figure over her and verbally abuse her, that he is enjoying seeing the woman who betrayed him look miserable. He tells her that if she is just a little older, that she might have some use once she is her 20s. He feels she will ripen nicely by then, that it is convenient that she is not his biological daughter. He orders his guard to spray some perfume on her. Suddenly, someone comes to inside. Happy to see the emperor. From her voice, she has been looking for him everywhere. It is Lady Callista. Our girl looks at her. She feels she is just a beautiful and lovely person, completely different from her. The emperor asks her what she is looking at, telling her to hurry up and leave. She walks away while the Lady Callista looks at her. The emperor tells her to come closer. She goes closer to him and asks him who that maid is. He tells her that she is not a woman worth her attention. Lady Callista is surprised to hear him classifying her as a woman. That just makes her more interested. Prince Ashrad is seen in his chambers, waiting patiently for our girl, whom he had sent his guard to call. Daphne walks into the room, calling him. She asks if he sent for her. He turns to the guard and tells him to leave. They are together alone. He asks her what it is this time, asking her what he did wrong this time, that she should stop that awkward attitude. She tells him that she didn't mean it that way. He tells her to come closer to him, that she shouldn't make him say every little thing. She obeys, and he offers her a seat. She is reluctant for a while. Then he tells her that he doesn't want to repeat himself. She sits quietly. He tells her that she is trying to put distance between them. He wants her confirmation so that it won't be as if he is imagining things. She tells him that the Princess of Terissa Kingdom matches well with him, so she didn't want to get into his way. He rubs his head smiling, asking her if that's what the problem is, that she thought Lady Callista is his fiancée. She replies that those are the rumors going around in the imperial palace. He tells her that it is true that Lady Callista is here because of marriage, but her interest isn't in him, but in his father. She is here to marry his father. Our girl is surprised to hear that. She reminds him that his father is old. He tells her that that is the way marriages are in royal families, that it appears they must have been same strange rumors since Lady Callista and him are close in age. Pouring tea for her, he tells her that they have cleared up the misunderstanding, so she should stop avoiding him. She smiles and replies that she won't distance herself again. She looks at him thinking he is still the same as when she first met him, as expected. He is kind as ever. He always explained things clearly to her when she was feeling anxious. Though she knows that this is a hopeless love, there is no way she can't like him. A voice calls Ashrad. They both turn to see Lady Callista walking in with the guard trying to stop her from coming in without an appointment. She hustles her way in. She exclaims that she knew he was here with that sinner, pointing to our girl. Ashrad turns to her and asks her what is the meaning of what she is doing. She ignores him and walks to Daphne, giving her a slap. She tells him that she felt the Emperor was interested in our girl, which she thought was oddly suspicious, so she did a check on her. She asks him if he knows the kind of woman she is. Our girl doesn't want the conversation to take this turn. Lady Callista continues, saying that our girl is the daughter of that Beatrice who constantly tormented the late Empress. Our girl doesn't know how to react. The male lead has found out. He is the only she didn't want to find that out. Everything is over. She begins to walk away from the room. Lady Callista tells her to go ahead and run, saying that she won't have a place to run to soon. She turns to the male lead and asks if he has seen the look on our girl's face, that it is the look of guilty conscience. Ashrad looks at her unimpressed. He tells her that she has done something very unnecessary. He begins to walk away from her. She tells him to wait, wondering where he is going to. She is surprised that he is going after that woman and leaving her here. She feels he must also have believed that she is not a true princess. Her mind flashes back to when her father told her that she is getting married to the Emperor. She stays in her room crying heavily. Her maids try to comfort her. She tells them that she doesn't want to get married to a geezer so much older than her. She wonders if her father adopted her only to sell her off to some other country. One of the maids disagrees with her, trying to calm her down. She tells Lady Callista that Penuis Empire is a very big country, that her father found the most suitable partner for her. She opens the portrait she is holding, telling her to dry her tears and look at the portrait, saying that if she gets more used to seeing them, she might feel closer to them once she meets them in person. She looks at the portrait which carries the image of both the Emperor and Ashrad. She asks the maid who Ashrad is, and she is told that he is the Crown Prince and stepson of their previous princess. She comments that he is so cool, that if her father found a suitable partner for her, then it must be the male lead. She decides that she needs to grasp his heart and not the Emperor's own. Back to present. She is still standing in the room, angry. She thought she was enticing Ashrad as well as she expected, but that maid is getting in the way of her plans. She is resentful towards our girl and decides not to forgive her. Outside, our girl can be seen sitting under a tree. It is cold. She feels she might soon freeze to death there. She remembers when Ashrad promised her that no one will bully her if they hear of his concern for her. She feels he was only able to say something like that because he didn't know about the crime her mother committed. His kindness to her was also... She wonders why her mother had to lie like that. She doesn't want to live a life like this anymore. The male lead comes to here, drenched in the rain. She is surprised to see her. He holds her, telling her that he had warned her not to run away from him, that if she was truly his father's child, they would have been good siblings. He doesn't care if she wasn't anymore, that she could have been his younger sister, so there is no way he can treat her bad. She looks at him not knowing what to say. He knew ever since, and he still accepted her. She wonders why she won't love him. She kneels and bows to him, calling him her god forever. The scene shows Lady Callista complaining to the Emperor about the way Ashrad treated her. He wants the Emperor to punish Paksen. Our girl for that, saying that the male lead humiliated her because of our girl. He asks her what the male lead did to her. She replies that she just wanted to warn him. She asks him if he doesn't think that it is weird that he is letting the daughter of Beatrice remain by his side. And yet the male lead said that she did something unnecessary and went after that our girl when she ran away. She continues, telling the Emperor that for Ashrad to act like that towards her who would eventually become his mother shows that there is no limit of how unfilial he can be. The Emperor looks at her without saying a word. He lets out a suspicious smile. He feels the Terissa kingdom has spoiled her, that she doesn't even realize that she was too nosy. She notices his countenance changing. The Emperor tells her that he is the one to decide his son's education, and that sinner's punishment He asks her if she is trying to meddle into his affairs. She tries to explain herself. He tells her to stop talking. He orders the guards to take her away from him. They take her to her room with her trying to call him, but he ignores her. As she leaves, he comments that the place is finally quiet, that it feels like he can hear that shrill voice every time he looks at her face, and his head hurts. His guard tells him that his feelings are understood, but he must try to endure. The emperor comments that he knows this is all for the sake of her dowry and the right to monopolize saltpeter. Saltpeter, an ingredient for gunpowder. The amount of saltpeter mined by the Peneus Empire is very little. On the other hand, the Terissa Kingdom boasts a plentiful amount of saltpeter. That is why they are entering into a marriage alliance. They can monopolize the imports of Terissa Kingdom saltpeter and cheaply export the produced gunpowder to Terissa. This was what was promised between the two kingdoms when he married Ashrad's mother Sabrina. The emperor comments that as long as the Terissa Kingdom is allied with them, it doesn't seem like they care how he treats their daughters. He continues, saying that Lady Callista doesn't even know that she is just a tribute and she got ahead of herself. Meanwhile, Lady Callista is being escorted by 2 guards to her room. She wonders why she has to go through something like that. Outside, Ashrad is leading Daphne to the house. The emperor can see both of them from the window. He remembers when our girl's mother was telling him to cherish our girl, telling him that she is still their precious daughter. He turns to his chamberlain and asks him if our girl doesn't look like Beatrice. He smiles, saying that it is interesting. Ashrad takes her to his room. He shows her bathroom. She asks if she could use the place. He says yes. She tells him that she is just a mere maid, that she can't use his bathroom. He drags her there, telling her that she is freezing, that it will be bad if she catches cold. She tries to say something else, but he stops her, saying that she shouldn't talk again, that she should take off her clothes and enter the bath. He asks her if she wants him to take them off. Before she knows what is happening, he takes the clothes off, saying it is so easy to take it off. She feels it is embarrassing. He asks her if she is going to stand there. He tells her that if she is that embarrassed, she should quickly enter the bathtub. She walks slowly to the bathtub. It has been so long since she had a hot bath. As she stays inside, he asks her if it feels good. He walks to the bathtub and asks if he could enter inside too. He asks if she is okay with that. She is surprised to hear that. Her face becomes red. He exclaims that her face is bright red. She tells him not to tease her. He replies that he is just joking, that even real siblings probably wouldn't take a bath together. He tells her that she supposed some do, telling her that he has never had a little sister before, so he wouldn't know. He asks her what she thinks about what she just heard. She tells him to call him brother. She replies, saying she cannot do that. She tells him that that kind of future would have existed, that she should just try calling him that. She looks at him deep in thoughts. She can't say it. She was once thought that Prince Ashrad was his real brother, but now she is glad he isn't. If they were siblings, she would never be forgiven for having these feelings. He tells her that she really doesn't listen to him, that she won't call him brother when he tells him to, and she runs away when I tell you to stay with him. She tells him that she won't run away anymore, that she will stay with him from now on forever. He asks her what should happen if she runs away from him again. She replies that if she runs away again, he should do whatever he wants to do with her. He smiles, calling her good girl. The scene shows the emperor's palace. Ashrad just walks in and greets him. The emperor tells him that it has been a while since they met alone like this. He asks him how his injury is. He looks at his father. He feels he is feigning ignorance. He replies that it has gotten all better, all thanks to him. The emperor tells him that Callista was screaming that she had insulted him, asking him what is the meaning of that. Ashrad replies that it is because Callista insulted him first, that she thought he didn't know Daphne's real identity, that is not different from calling him a fool, that she thought he let Daphne stay beside him without knowing anything. He goes on, saying that he was just thinking of the cruelest punishment possible for the daughter of the woman that destroyed him and his mom's life, and she ruined it. The emperor watches him in silence. He is surprised to hear that he let Daphne stay beside him because of revenge, that he was thinking he would be affected by his personal feelings. As a foolish and pathetic guy, that what the one who becomes emperor must be most vigilant towards is not war or rebels, but one's own blood. Since the people around him praised the male lead, he was thinking what kind of person he is. Now he sees that he is just a greenhorn who can't even control his own heart. He feels Ashrad is probably not planning on taking the throne. He decides that he should leave him alone for now. He stands up, telling Ashrad that he understands his point. But however, Callista is the woman who will become his wife soon, and she is also his aunt. That he have warned Callista already, so he should apologize to her too. He also tells him not to bother with our girl anymore, that she has received enough punishment, that it is time to decide how to deal with her. Ashrad replies that he understands. The emperor tells him to leave, that their conversation is over. Our girl can be seen in the garden close to the male lead's quarters. Fabian sees her again and asks her what she is doing there, saying that she was there the last time. He comments that she looks the least busy amongst all the maids, coming here every day to peep at the Crown Prince's palace. She tells him that no one will give her any work, and the male lead is the only one who calls for her. He asks if she has a one-sided love with the male lead. She is surprised that he knows that and asks him how he got to know about that. He tells her that he thinks it will be best if he gives up, that the male lead is only nice to him out of sympathy, that there is probably no special feelings behind it. She tells him that Ashrad told her to call him brother. He is surprised, asking why not darling or honey. He asks her if she is sure that he isn't just drawing a line in advance because he noticed her feelings. She replies that she doesn't think so. She remembers that day when he told her to call him brother. She wonders if it is really true that he realized her feelings and was trying to put some distance between them. Fabian asks her if she is really sure that he really treasures her, that if it were him, he would have first gotten rid of that uniform and given her a new one. Our girl thinks about it. The prince has always shined brilliantly, but the she reflected in his eyes. She feels this is the worst feeling. If you're eager for the next chapter, drop a comment expressing your interest in a part 2. Don't forget to subscribe and ensure to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Until next time.